Hello everyone, and welcome to the final event and this year's World's Strongest Man competition. I'm Daz Dalton, and with me as always is former World's Strongest Man, Trent Rockhard.
That's right, Daz. This year's main event is shaping up to be different.
Something to remember for sure. And the four competitors are tightly bunched at the top, and this year's ultimate winner will come down to who wins this final event.
That's right, Daz. I'm sitting on pins and needles here. I just can't wait to get a look at these four strong men.
Well, Rock, the sport certainly has changed since you were competing and winning, hasn't it?
You can say that again. Without the juice? I mean, come on!
Yes. With the official ban on steroids 3 years ago, the sport was drastically changed.
And now all you got is these noodle-armed weenies who can't even lift their own arms. I mean, the only thing strong about them is their BO. And even that has a pine scent. These guys have to go to a seafood shop just to find a muscle. And these events? Don't get me started.
Yes, but with the official ban on steroids, it has become something of an equalizer in a sport which was limited to big, strong, hairy men.
Yeah, whatever.
This year's competition should be the tightest in history. To get an understanding of exactly how we got to this point in the competition, let's take a quick look at the three events in the past. To give us a quick recap is our own Casey Butterface. Casey?
Thanks, Daz. It's been a grueling and strenuous first three events with strong performances throughout. The always tricky Fingal Fingers proved to be a challenge for all of our competitors but the Norwegian brute, Magnus Magnusson, who fought his way through pain and finished with the fastest time.
Well, the fingers have always been my specialty, so I felt confident I could finger my way through. These are tricky devils, and you really have to let the fingers fly. The worst thing that could happen is you will lose momentum and get fingered yourself. And you really do not want to give the finger to one of your opponents.
The lorry pull proved to be perhaps the most difficult event for our strongman. While none was able to pull this tremendous weight the entire distance, the plucky Ukrainian hefted this massive weight further than anyone else to take this round.
For the first 2 or 3 meters, I felt I had good stride going, yeah. But then I felt the tremendous weight of the truck begin to fight back, and I felt my legs turning to the rubber and my spine compressing. In the end, 3 meters was all I could manage.
The Pillars of Hercules, a test of raw strength pitting man against, how do I put this, undefinable amounts of weight. American's top strongman, Quint Ashby, managed to outmuscle all of the other athletes to take the top slot in this event.
Well, about 30 seconds in, I could feel my lats just ripping away, but I knew I had to suck it up and fight through the pain. Then my left pec tore loose from my rib cage, and there was nothing I could do. But thankfully, I made it through without breaking a nail.
There you have it, Daz. 3 separate events and 3 separate winners to clog the top of the leaderboard. But to make things more interesting, if that's at all possible, is the fact that coming in second in each event is the top Scottish competitor, Angus McHaggis, who is poised to take the crown if he can win the final event. Angus, how do you sum up your chances of winning the keg toss and taking home the title?
I can have her like a biddy. I'm a branch of giddy. I can shug on a skitty. I can get a little gutted, but like a bam part, up to his ox arts and nothing but cash, and able to throw his haggis to the ground. Yeah, a tab mess to be a bargain on a biffin. Aye.
Well, there you have it, Daz. Back to you.
Thank you, Casey.
Well said, bro. You touched me, man.
Well, yeah. The final event in this year's competition is the ever-popular keg toss. Rock, could you give us a description of this event?
Sure. The competitors take turns lifting up a heavy keg, throwing it over their shoulders over a wall. After each toss, the kegs get progressively heavier, until there's only one finely toned athlete left.
Well, let's get back to the action. Casey?
First up is Magnus Vanderver Magnusson. Looks like he's having a little trouble getting a good grip. Oh no, a tough fall for the Norwegian.
Oh no, a tough fall for the Norwegian.
Up next is the Ukrainian the Ukrainian. Oh no, a terrible blow to the Ukrainian.
What a terrible blow to the Ukrainian.
Seriously?
Next up is the American, Quint Ashby. Let's see if those injuries he suffered earlier in the event affect his performance.
I wonder how much those injuries affect him.
Give me a frickin' break.
Rock, what happens if no one can complete this last event? Who wins this year's World's Strongest Man competition?
Good call, Daz. Good question.
Finally, our last competitor to give it a try is the plucky Scotsman Angus McHaggis.
What? Can he do that? Is that legal?
Well, Daz, there's nothing in the rules that says that the can has to be full, so I guess our winner and World's Strongest Man this year is Angus McHaggis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen perhaps the most dramatic and amazing finish in the World's Strongest Man competition. For Casey Butterface and Trent, rock hard, I'm Daz Dalton. Goodbye, everybody.